have mercy, look at how the time goes.
3, 2, 1, we're live.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the Comin podcast. My name is John Allen, and I'm sitting here with my good friend Babek Nemati.
Hello. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing great.
You're doing
You were my first guest on my first episode of my brand new podcast, and I tell you,
honor.
well, I tell you, the honor is mine. Now, I met you for the first time. I know the exact date. It was March 19th, 2019, last year.
Wow.
It was the first time I ever did stand-up. I was nervous as can be, and you were there and said hello and just made me feel comfortable from the get-go. So I figured, I mean, for me, that's all you have to do to be a friend of mine, is just be nice, and you were nice.
Same as you. You were just laughing all the time. You was smiling, and the vibe was just. I follow my vibes always, and it's always right.
Yeah. You know, it's that first impression. It's that gut feeling. But for me, any happiness that I send out to other people is genuine. So when I call you brother, I mean it. So thank you so much.
Thank you,
for
man.
that.
Same as me. Right back at you.
Now, we don't have any kind of agenda today. We're just going to talk. We're just going to be two brothers just talking, telling it like it is. And
we haven't discussed anything.
Nothing.
It's just
Absolutely nothing.
I just came for I don't know 3-4 minutes ago. But it was just straight on.
Straight in the door, and here we are.
That's the best. It's
Now
going to be natural.
Now, you've got a lot of things going on. You're kind of a jack of all trades, as we would say in America. You do stand-up. You've written a book.
Yeah.
You are active in the music business. What am I missing? Is there anything?
Soon, I don't know what I'm doing myself.
Isn't that the way it should be?
It should be. But I've always been like that. I'd always love to try new things and it's positive. I like it, but sometimes can be negative because if you focus on one thing and be good at it. But I'm not. I always say I've been DJing for many years.
DJ, yes.
I've been DJing and then I remember for 4 or 5 years ago, I was like I always wanted to try stand up, and I always wanted to do that.
4 or 5 years ago. You haven't been doing it longer than that.
5 years ago. 5 years ago. Yeah.
Wow.
So
because you're up there like a veteran.
Oh, man, thanks.
I just have to say, I haven't seen anybody who is on stage in front of the mic with the confidence and with the flow of delivery that you have since I've been here in Norway. Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
5 years, that's it?
5 years, yeah. I remember I was in this stand-up club in Josefine in Oslo.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just to watch, and then I was.
You got the itch.
I have to do this. If I don't do it now, I'm gonna regret it, because I always wanted to do it, but because I've been DJing and it's not been quite a time for it, you know.
Okay.
And then I was there and I said, okay, I want to do it. I go talk to the owner and I said, I want to try this.
And this was at Josefine?
Josefine in Oslo, yeah.
Man, I got to get on that stage.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good stage, very good.
Yeah.
Crowded people, nice people, good. It's very nice.
Okay.
And then he said, okay, we have you done it before? I said, no, I haven't. And he was like, okay, we have like this 2-month course you go into, and then you can...
class?
Yeah, they
really?
have. And I said, no, I don't have time for this. I just want to try this. He said, what, do you want to go? I said, yeah, next week maybe. And he said, okay, I will get you in a spot. And I was there next week and I tried it, and it was fun. It was good to be the first time. It was good, but
yeah.
But
were you nervous?
I was nervous. I was.
So you didn't have the 100% balls of steel confidence that you have now.
No.
Okay.
But the thing is, I've always for the actually last maybe 6-7, I've always been like I don't care about people's opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't care. I put zero weight into it, you know.
So you're only trying to impress yourself. And
yeah, and I do just mine because I just want to do mine, and if you don't care about that, if you don't just follow what that make you happy,
right,
then you do it, and that's the thing.
I tell you, that leads for a more peaceful life.
Yeah.
I mean it. I think a lot of internal conflict that people have is because they're so worried about what others think. They're so worried about taking whatever steps necessary to impress the other.
They do that. They do. The people. This is it's crazy because the majority of people these days, they are so busy thinking what other people think of them.
Yeah.
They do that. It's crazy. It's like everything they do. It's not just what other people think of you or talk about you or what about. It's not just that. It's like many people, they do things that actually maybe they buy something that things that they don't actually can afford it, but they buy it just to impress other people. It's so important for them to.
The 20-something-year-old guy who buys that BMW, but he doesn't have any furniture. In his house.
It's crazy. It's like I mean, if you want to do something, do it for yourself.
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it.
Well, I think if you're looking for true happiness, if you're looking for a true progression through life, if you're looking for true improvement in your life, that's the only way to go, isn't it? Yeah. You have to do things for yourself.
Yeah, you have to do it for yourself.
And I don't think there's anything selfish in that either. Here in Norway, you'll get a lot of people who will, the janteloven. Don't you dare think that you're special. Don't you dare think that you have good qualities. But I don't believe in that. I think you have to, get that focus on self-improvement, because if you're no good, how can you be good for the people who are closest to you, family, wife, children, things like that.
Exactly.
So you got to take care of yourself first before you can take care of
you got to take care of yourself first. Right. That's when you sit in a plane, they said put on your own mask first.
Yeah, there's a reason for that.
There's a reason for that, but I really don't. I put zero weight of other people's what they. It's
that's a great quality.
It's with everything I do.
There's not a lot of people who can do that.
It's with everything I do. It's like
Is that why you're such a disgustingly successful person?
I'm not successful at all. I'm far. I would tell you,
he's being humble, folks.
No. I'm successful. It depends what success is, but because, like I said. Everything I do, I don't care about. Like if I just want to post something on Facebook, I do it for myself. There's lots of people I don't care if you like it or you don't like it or you hate it or you want to.
You're not chasing those likes.
If you want to say something, I don't care. You judge me, whatever you do, I don't care. If you have nothing else to do to put on your time to hate on my things, then it's your fault. I move on.
Yeah. Well, I'm a believer in that to a certain extent myself. When now I'm real new in stand-up.
You're doing good, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But I'm fairly new at it. But one thing I decided from the get-go was that I was not going to try to make other people laugh. I wanted to laugh.
And I remember, I think I was there the first time.
I was there,
and he was
on stage,
and he was so calm, and it was very good. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
And that's the reason why I asked you, because I had my first solo show, and I had you
that's right. And I thank you to this day for that. What a great experience that was. At that time, that was the biggest crowd that I was ever in front of. I was so honored that you asked me to open for you. Now that was, I think I'd only been on stage on the mic twice before we agreed that I would open for you. So that was a great opportunity. Thank you.
It was good. I was honored to have you there, man. I'm so glad you was there.
Now, your friends and family aren't mad at me. I made a few jokes about Persians that night.
It's kind of funny because, I'm from Iran and you're from the U.S. From the U.S. and lately it's been a lot of things about that. It's funny. It's crazy how the world is.
It's very crazy. And you have to wonder how much of the animosity between our two countries is made by politicians, but also amped up by the media.
By the media, of course.
I mean, what is that all about? It's a political thing, but politics don't necessarily bleed down to the level of person-to-person relationships.
No. It's like the people in Iran, the people are living there. They are not the same as the politician. They are ordinary people like me and you, and it's kind of sad because. it's about politician, religion mostly, and
Yeah.
it's crazy how this it's been like that for many hundreds of 10,000 years. It's always been like that. It's been like power, politician, and religion.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Now, how old were you when you came to Norway?
Oh man, I was like, let's see, I think I was around 13, 14 years old.
Oh, that old.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so you remember.
I remember, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was kind
What
of.
was that all? What was that like?
Oh man.
I mean, I'm sitting in a position of privilege because I came to Norway by choice.
Yeah.
Well, that can be debated.
That can
my
be debated.
my wife won that argument. My wife is Norwegian, for those who are listening. No, but I don't know. I don't want to trivialize it, but man, can you tell me a little bit about that? What was that?
It was
How did
kind
you experience
it
that?
was kind of crazy because it was like it's like over 30 years ago now,
Yeah.
and that time Norway wasn't like this today.
No,
it was
no.
it was quite it was they didn't have internet, you didn't have nothing, and it was lots of racism going on.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
crazy. I was like, I remember we moved this little countryside, I can call it. It was like 3,000 people living.
Where was it? Where was it?
It's called Ölen. It's near.
Ölen?
It's near Haugesund.
Okay. Yeah.
And it was kind of crazy because, like I said, they have never seen a foreigner live before,
Right.
and we was living there for around 2 years, and it was for me it was very depressing because you came and it was in the middle of the hardest winter. It was like you came in that, and it was
Yeah.
dark, not so many people,
Yeah,
and it was
yeah.
like no friend. And I remember I got so much beaten up and bullied.
Oh, really?
There. Yeah.
It was that bad?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
crazy.
wow.
It was like I remember the worst thing that was like I was sleeping in my room middle of the night, and it was a big rock that came through my window when I was sleeping. Yeah,
That bad?
and it was wrapped with the paper. Get out of here! Like yeah.
Wow.
It was
so
cr-
was this when you were still at the asylum facility, or was this?
No,
when
it was
you
it
guys
was
had a home.
Yeah, home.
Wow.
Yeah, it
Wow.
was crazy. It was like nothing like this today, and I remember I got so much like bullied there, being and I built this anger inside me, you know. And it was like we moved from there to Haugesund, and it was better. It was bigger, but it was almost the same.
Okay.
And I was like, I started to do martial arts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I said that I got.
What style? Karate?
I started with taekwondo.
Taekwondo.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then I went after taekwondo into kickboxing, and
Okay.
I got, like I said, I bit so many anger in me, and
You told them, if you guys are going to be racist, I'm going to get tougher.
I'm gonna. It was like that. It was like I was, and I started doing lots of martial arts, and then we moved to Drummond, and when we moved to Drummond, it was like I was like. I'm gonna take no more shit. That's it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I had enough.
Now, how old were you when you came to Drummond then? you
Let's
came to
say-
Norway when you were 13.
Yeah, we was there
First
for
on the
a
West
couple-
Coast, Haugesund.
I was around 15, 16,
15,
16,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And then when I moved here, it was like, okay, and then I was a troublemaker, you know. And
Babek.
yeah, I was.
Babek, the troublemaker.
It was not I was a troublemaker, but it was like I said, I had built so much hate and so much anger
I
inside
see.
me
I see.
because of I
see.
was like that's enough. I'm not going to take it anymore.
Well, it's a form of trauma. I mean, you're a
Yeah.
young kid. You've already gone through the big change of coming to Norway, and then you're met with that kind of welcome mat.
Yeah.
It's not a welcome at all.
No.
So it's a certain form of trauma.
And I
so
was
of course you're a little-
deeply into martial arts, and I was like I was getting better and better at it. And yeah, I got in a lot of troubles in Germany. From the age I was 15 till maybe 20, I was like, it was like if somebody just look at me with it like hate, and if I noticed something, it was like
you're ready to go.
I was ready to go.
You're ready to feed in those hands.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was. I
don't see any sign of that.
No,
now.
it's
I mean, you are the nicest, calmest, most friendly guy.
Man.
What is it that did something happen in your life that made you change over to that nice, kind, calm person that you are now?
No, you see, I've.
Was there a defining moment, I guess, or is it just maturity?
I think it's just time because, like I said, I built quite a reputation of me in drama in those years. I was, and
I think I'm gonna start doing background checks on my guests before.
It was no, but it was it's and the thing about reputation and the thing about rumors or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Once they start, they will get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. You know, and like I was hearing things of me from the other people that it was crazy in my head that are they really talking like that about me? I was like, it was crazy. It built a big reputation and lots of rumors.
Okay.
And it was from those days I was like, I don't care what people think. I know who I am.
That's where you got that.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't care. Let them talk. I don't care. It's, till this day, I can't actually hear this around.
Yeah.
I can be out and I just talk with some people and say, "Oh, you're Babek. Oh, we have heard so much about you." Blah blah blah.
Okay.
And
see, I've never heard any of those things about you, but I'm relatively new.
Yeah.
I moved from the north of Norway down here in 2014, and so I've never. I only know the Babek that I see. That I see right now.
But
that's the sum. The sum. That is the.
But that's the thing, you know, because that's why if I meet somebody today and he judged me by the opinion of other people have talked about.
Well, that's their loss.
Then that's their loss.
Yeah.
I don't need to defend myself for them, and I don't have a need to do that. It's like I don't care. Okay, inside I feel sorry for them.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, I guess because if you wanna know somebody, you put the effort to get to know them.
Sure,
actually, yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. Well, that's a powerful personal quality to have. It really is. It gives you a certain amount of power, because the alternative is to be a victim of the power of those false thoughts about you, a victim of the power of those rumors that go on about you. So it takes a certain amount of strength to rise above.
People love rumors. People love rumors. It's people love to talk negative. They love to talk negative of other people, and they love to. And I love to hear negative.
Yeah.
They do that because it's just because they want it's to give themselves a comfort, you know. It's like any psychologist that's worth anything will tell you that they have internalized their own self-hatred or self-doubt, and I'm sorry, not externalized. They're projecting that onto the very people that they're talking about. And it's kind of sad. I feel sorry for them because it's not actually not so long ago. I think it's maybe 3-4 months ago. I was at this party, and I didn't knew so many people there. And I was sitting there. I was there with a friend of mine who knows somebody there. I was sitting there, and it was this guy across the couch, and he was sitting there, and he was staring at me like crazy, you know.
Yeah.
And I after some time, after a while, it got kind of creepy. He was, and I went to sit beside him, and he said,
"Wow, you just confronted him."
Yeah, yes, I was like, "Can I help you with something? Is it something you wonder?"
Yeah.
And he was still staring at me, and he was like, "You are really Babek." And I was,
Last time I checked.
And he was like, "But you are such a nice man." And I was like, "What's that to say?" And I said, "Well, shouldn't I be a nice guy?" And he said, "No, everybody says you're so crazy." And I was like, "Yeah, if you want to listen to everybody,
and I believe that people should be allowed to grow out. They should be permitted to grow out of that shell that used to be them. I mean, it's just it should be an endless cycle of self-betterment.
Yeah,
And
of course.
people should allow for that to happen to other people. But some people, they're kind of locked in with that rumor or with that preconceived notion about what a person is supposed to be like. I get that too a little bit.
Yeah, but
You know, I put out, not so much anymore, but I used to put out a lot of my training videos.
Yeah.
I'm a power lifter. And then,
know that.
and
I've seen that. You've seen that. It's crazy.
And then people get this image, or rather, this idea that oh, he's just a big, dumb, stupid powerlifter. But then they find out that I do music, and then they find out that I do
Exactly.
you know, business things, and then they find out that I do stand up. And it takes some people a while to get their heads around the concept of that they've had a wrong perception of what a person's all about. Yeah.
And it's kind of sad that it has to be like that.
I think it's sad.
It's very sad. It's like, but
There was a time where those kind of things used to bother me. You know, we were talking a little bit about how it was for you when you came to Norway, but for me it was a little bit of a culture shock. And then
how long ago was it?
I came here in 2002, the 5th of
2002,
June,
yeah.
2002. So it's been, it'll be 18 years this summer. And what was I going to say? Now I lost my train of thought.
Yeah,
Oh, gee, thanks, Babek. I was talking about, I don't know what I was talking about.
no, you was talking about the when you come here and
When I came,
the people, the judging people.
Yes, yeah, and I fell into that trap of worrying about what people thought of me.
Yeah.
Because one thing that shocked me, I joke about it. Actually, I have a bit about this in my stand-up routine, and I'm constantly joking with my wife about this because before we moved here, I asked her, I said, "Yeah, what's the racial situation in Norway? Is there any racism there?" "Oh no," she says, "no problems. They love everybody." So that is the thought that I had. And then we came here, and then that first summer, we were down at the beach, down south of Drammen at the beach, and these people were so, I guess cheeky is the word. They said some things out loud, purposely loud so that we could hear it. Disgusting racist things about me dirtying up the water and things like that.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
and unfortunately, that was the beginning of a little bit of a downfall for me, where I fell into that trap of being on the lookout, looking over my shoulder, trying to see who was, who was going to throw out some stupid opinion about me like that. Lucky for me, I grew out of that because that's no way to live. That is no way to live.
You don't have to let it, but of course, when it gets it can bother you. You do that. It's a human nature, but it is. But just move on and do your own thing.
And that's the best way to live.
That's the best way.
You
Yeah,
just gotta
it is.
move on
It's if you want to live by what other people say and think like that, then you're not going to be happy.
No. Can we call that a Babekism?
Yeah, Babekism.
It's a Babekism. Live your life for yourself.
Yeah, you do that because
the book of Babek, chapter 1, verse 1.
But people, they put on. They don't. It's kind of sad to see. They put on so much time and energy of.
I think it shortens people's lives.
Yeah, they put so much time and energy of what other people think of them, what they are saying. It's like every move they make.
Yeah.
If they just want to post something on social media like this, they have to go through it over. It's like, if somebody like it, and then they are so obsessed of the comments and everything.
Yeah.
If it make you happy and you don't hurt nobody, do it.
Do it. Yeah.
Don't just be yourself.
And I think it, let's call ourselves artists. You know, we do stand up and we do music. As an artist, I think that is so important that you are grounded. You have your feet on the ground and you have your mind right.
Yeah.
And you understand that first you have to impress yourself. When I sit down and write a song, I'm not trying to write a hit. I'm trying to write something that I like.
Yeah.
And then hopefully other people will like it.
But
there's a certain amount of false...
That's more original, you know.
Original, and there's a certain amount of falseness in the people, whether they're an artist or not, whether it's just someone who's putting things on Facebook. There's a certain amount of falseness to it when you are just trying to impress others.
Exactly.
I think people who have their eyes open for things like that see right through it.
Exactly.
I truly believe that.
I think it's like it's nothing more actually amazing and attractive to see people who are 100% themselves.
There you go. There
Yeah.
you go.
They-
But I
they-
think that's why people like you. People see that you are 100%
But
yourself.
it-
I think that's why you've been, at least from what I've seen, that you've been so successful in such a short period of time with your stand-up. People see that you are just.
Yeah, but
It's just straight up honest.
it's not all,
straightforward.
when you do it's not like not always everybody has to like, but
No.
there are actually some people. But I mean, okay, if you don't like it, if you're trying to, I don't know, hate or comment something or stuff like that, I don't care. But I just feel sorry for them,
Yeah,
okay, because I get paid anyway when I'm standing there.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
No, but the thing is, okay, if you want to do something that make you happy, don't care about that.
Right.
The other things will come. The right people will follow you.
Now, we were talking a little bit about your transition from Iran to Norway, and you came to a small, little 3,000 person
Yeah, it
village
was-
in Western. But what type of environment were you in Iran? Were you in a city? Were you out? in
Yeah,
the
I was in
countryside?
Tehran.
You were in Tehran.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And we went.
Wow, big difference.
Yeah,
There.
it was a big difference, and I remember I'm the oldest in my brothers and sisters, and I remember most of it, you know, and it was like crazy because it was like okay, we moved from there, and then that's why I think my parents, mother and father, they are like my hero.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I think about the thing that they went through, the hell they went through, and just to.
Can you tell us a little about that? Were they involved in politics in Iran?
Yeah, my father was not involved in politics, but it was against the regime, against they
Okay.
were like they
Outspoken against
yeah,
the regime.
and it was crazy that in those times. So, it's the same now as well, but it was like it was no freedom. It's not freedom there if you can't talk about anything. And it was like when you talk about against the regime, they will lock you in or maybe they kill you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
And that hasn't changed.
no, it hasn't. And
No.
it's crazy because freedom is the best gift, best things you can have.
Absolutely. That's
the-
the anti-venom
Yeah.
to tyranny.
And we moved actually from there, from Tehran, Iran, and we moved to Pakistan.
Okay.
Yeah, because we have to.
Why Pakistan? Was it just a part on your path to getting?
yeah, it was just okay from Iran. We just and we was there.
No connections in Pakistan.
No connections
Okay.
at all. It was just okay. Let's see. It was like my parents was okay. We go there and we find a place after that, you know.
Yeah.
And we was there for actually a year or something, and then
Refugee camp or
yeah, it was a refugee camp, and it was. And I remember one of the things that was crazy to see my parents would go through all that hell. We was like living on the street for a couple of weeks or stuff like that with the
Okay.
children and stuff like that. And our goal was actually, our path was Canada.
ah,
Yeah, because my mother's sister, my two of aunts, they're living there.
oh really?
Yeah,
Okay.
but then we got this interview with the Norwegian government, what you call it? We got into with them before Canada, and they accept us to
Okay.
come to Norway. And my parents, I remember when my father and mother they come home from that interview, and my father was like, "Where is Norway? Is there a place called Norway?" And he took the map, opened the map to find Norway. And it was so crazy because he found Norway, and he was like, because just imagine there was no internet, there was no,
Right.
it's not like
Yeah,
that.
nothing like that.
No, people was less educated than, and it was like, when we heard Norway, we was thinking maybe it's a city in Sweden or something like
Yeah.
that, you know?
Yeah. Capital of Germany
yeah,
or something like that.
and when we find it on the map, and it was like, wow, I think, my mother, I think there is like 6 months of the year is like the night there, and 6 months, and snow, it's like the Delphi and stuff like that. And it was kind of scary, but and we moved when we came to Norway. It was middle of the winter.
Okay.
It was middle of the winter, and it was lots of snow and stuff like that. It was dark, and I remember when they was showing us picture of Norway and stuff like that, and then they show us the summer pictures. The people are going with shorts and stuff. I was like, oh wow, are they going really in shorts? It was like
Yeah.
it was amazing. It was
Yeah.
so.
Totally new experience.
Yeah,
for
it was.
nothing like
It was
nothing like what you would live so far.
I remember like my childhood was like when I started school. I remember I changed like school like 5 or 6 times, and it was kind of hard always just
can
moving
imagine.
and start a new friend and stuff like that. And in Norway too, we was in Ølen and then moved to Haugesund and then come to Drammen. It was a changing environment all the time.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and
On top of the
on-
trauma of leaving your homeland.
yeah, it was. That's why it was easy to build that anger inside you and stuff
Sure.
like that. And when you get
Yeah.
bullied a lot and stuff like that, and it was like, yeah,
Wow. And here I sit from my position of privilege. Like I say, coming here was my own decision, and yet
you.
at times I can find myself not complaining. I don't do that anymore, but just thinking through. Wow, this has been rough.
Yeah.
So I don't think I have any right. I don't think I have any right to say that anymore.
No, it's thinking. It's everybody go through something. It's not like everybody. Like I said, like I always saying that never judge people or saying anything about people, because every people you meet, they are going through some war or something with themselves that you know nothing about.
Right. Exactly.
So that's it's like just do your own thing, and right people will come along.
That's true. I truly believe that. Here's one thing I wanted to ask you, and we talked about this in one of our first conversations when I was just kind of asking you, who you were, what you were all about, and you mentioned that you used to own a club.
Yeah.
Here in the city.
Yeah.
And I thought the little bit that we talked about, I thought was fascinating. How old were you?
I was.
Tell the story. Tell the story.
I was like.
Do you want to say the name of what the club
is? It's a club called Kaffebanken in Drammen, and it was a big nightclub. It was like 3 floors, and
wasn't it at that time the biggest club?
Yeah, it was.
This was when? This was 19.
Oh, let's see. I was like I was 17 years old. I was almost 18. I remember. It was around 90 something, and like I said, I was like always in trouble with fighting and stuff like that, and I was in this club, and I got in a fight there with some.
At your own club?
No, it wasn't mine at that. It wasn't mine at time.
Okay.
I was around 17.
Okay.
I was there, and the age you have to be to enter the club was actually 18 years old. But I was there. I was in there, and I got into a fight. At that time in Drammen, there was this group that they call them the Ballheads. It was the Nazi group.
Okay.
It was.
Was that like
they had like the Hitler tattoos and
okay,
everything. Yeah,
like neo-Nazi type of thing,
It was a group called that in Drammen at that time, and I was a lot of trouble with them. And I had this friend. His name was Sandeep. He was from Pakistan, and he was totally handicapped.
Okay.
Yeah, he was handicapped. He was like moving around slowly, and you
Cerebral
see
palsy
that
or
he's
something?
but once in a month, once in a while, I used to take him out.
Yeah.
Just let him have fun and stuff like that. And I was carrying him upstairs and stuff like that. And we was at this club. It's called Kaffebanken, and I was going, and Sandeep was always maybe 2-3 meters behind me because he was slow. And suddenly I hear people are laughing and stuff like that, and I turn around, and some of these assholes, it's just spent his foot in front of Sandeep, and Sandeep
tripped him.
tripped him, and they were sitting there and laughing. And when I saw that, I don't know, it was something just came out of me. I wasn't myself. I jumped and I knocked the first guy I saw, was laughing.
Yeah,
And it was the
yeah.
leader of the group, you know. He was and then the
Oh,
big,
these were the neo-Nazi.
yeah. And the big fight went on, and it was like everybody from everywhere, and the bouncers come and stuff like that. And I wasn't myself. I was like, it wasn't. It was like even the bouncers I was fighting with them too. So that's why I was like, they said to me, Babek, you're bounded here for 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
They kicked you out for 6 months.
Yeah, I was
okay.
kicked out for 6 months, and and I was like, no, I don't want to be kicked out. And 3 months later, I remember I saw advertising that the place was for sale, and
No.
yeah, and the guy I knew, there was a DJ there. He was from UK actually. I was like always saying hi to him and know him, and he called me and he was like, oh, look, this place is for sale. I need a partner. And I said, and I've always like this. If I just jump in opportunity. I just jumped in it. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I went to the bank and I sit there and I took up a loan and I said, okay, let's go, let's do it.
And how old had you turned 18 at that
No,
time?
no,
You were
no.
still 17?
Yeah, I was. It
And
was
they let
like
you sign for a loan?
it was. Yeah, I got one of my parents and everything.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And then.
Wow.
And okay, I became the owner. It was like I was bounded from there for 6 months, but 3 months later, and I was like, okay, I'm the owner.
That is gangster.
Yeah, I was like,
They
okay,
kicked
now,
you out in 3 months and
I
you
was
bought
like,
the place.
and I was like the bouncers and everything. I said, now you're working for me, you know. And half of them they quit. They said, no, that's not.
Okay.
Yeah, it was crazy. But
Wow,
the funny
that's
thing is, the
gangster.
funny part was that I had to wait 3 months to turn 80 to come into my own club.
Oh my goodness. Now, being a young, technically underage club owner like that, was there any concerns about the legality of it? I mean, you can talk about that now.
Yeah, no.
Did you get any pressure from the city?
No, but
No problems,
it was
everything?
no. It was I was 18. I turned 18, and then I just it was.
And that was that. You were
that
18.
was-
Now
yeah,
they couldn't.
That was that,
touch you.
and then it's from there my DJ career started. You know, I
Okay.
started DJing, and I was
Okay,
DJing
DJing at
more.
your own
Yeah,
club then, yeah.
I was DJing more and more in the club, and it was lots of work. It was a lot. It's not just it's a big, and you are at the beginning. You want to say it was like every Friday and Saturday you work. Sunday you come in, you have to wash all the place, and it was.
I've been there, brother.
Yeah,
I owned 3 gyms up north, and
Yeah.
it was fun.
Yeah.
I loved it. I grew a lot. I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about business. But good Lord, was I tired?
Yeah.
And that's why I had to get out at the end. It was just too much. I couldn't do it anymore.
It was
too
hard.
tired.
It was hard. It was like it was lots of work.
Did you now? Did you have a team of people around you, or did you do everything yourself?
No, also the guy that I was the partner with him. He had
Was he active?
He was active.
Okay.
Yeah, he was work. He was active, and then later we got a new partner, a guy from Argentina, from Oslo, and
Okay.
he was like working as a bouncer in Oslo. So that was good to have him in our team, and he had. And he had his own team that he took with him, bouncers and everything.
Okay. Oh.
So it went good. I was there for a year and a half. I got a lot of experience, but it was not like I earned money. It was like, okay, I went even, you know. And after 1.5 years, it was the new club at the other side of the bridge, the popular side of the bridge.
Yeah.
They opened there, and it was 18 there too, and it was a big competition for us. So we lost
Okay.
everything, you know. We lost every people, and it was getting,
Yeah.
and I said, okay, I was thinking, okay, maybe I should get out of here while the game is good, you know. So I called up the other partners and I said, I don't know about you guys, but I think I want to get out of here now.
Uh-huh.
And the other guy from Argentina, he said, no, you want to go. And I said, okay, well, you can just take my part. I don't want anything for it.
You
I
just back out.
just want to back out now, you know,
cut
because
just
cut me
cut it
out
off,
because
yeah.
I was like, this is going down, you know, this is going
But
bad.
you didn't lose anything.
No,
You
no,
broke
it was
even,
a good
right?
experience. I
You,
got
you were able to take out a monthly salary. I would say.
yeah, not so much, but a little bit. Yeah, I do that. But I learn a lot. It was
Yeah.
a lots of I educated a lot there, and the guy from Argentina, he said, okay, I wanna go on, and he put on another. He had to put another 200,000 kron in there and stuff like that.
Wow.
And I said, okay, you know what? I can work for you. I can work for you as a DJ and stuff like that. But I don't
But
want
as
to
an
do.
owner?
No, it's
No.
it's like, and I think it was a very very smart move to because like this guy from Argentina, he kept going for a year after that, and after that
Okay.
it was bankrupt. You know, it was like.
That's just a wild story that
Yeah,
it
it's-
started with a fight. 3 months later, you own the place.
It was wild.
And from like I say, I'm fairly new to this area, but people, my wife remembers that club. She's not here, otherwise I'd introduce her.
Yeah.
She's in the Canary Islands now with
Oh,
her
she
girlfriend.
is? Yeah, that's
getting,
nice. She's in the-
getting burnt by the sun. So.
That's good.
But she remembers that club, and from what she says, it was extremely popular. I mean, that
It was
the
popular.
place.
There
to
was a
be.
D place. It
Yeah.
was the D place. It was
Yeah.
like we had like I said, it was like 3 floors, and we had like
Yeah.
this karaoke and a Mexican bar at the first floor.
Okay.
And there we had like 80s, 70s music and stuff like that. And the main floor, it was like the dance club. It was the place. It was really hot.
Yeah.
And the top floor was like a lounge. People could just sit, relax, and it was
Okay,
quite
yeah,
good. It was a
yeah.
nice place.
Wow.
It was those times. This side of the bridge was actually much more popular than it is now.
Okay, really?
Yeah, it was. We had like several other clubs here in this part. It was like
That's
So-
a lot of partying.
it was fun.
Now
And,
you. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, it was fun. It's like I said, I went even, I break even, and I took the education with me. It was an
Well,
experience.
well, that's what it is. Some people go to college.
Yeah.
Other people own businesses,
Yeah.
and it is a fantastic learning experience. I wouldn't give up those years running my gyms for anything.
Oh.
As tired and worn out as I got, my goodness, what a great experience.
Yeah.
The growth you can get, the maturity, the business sense you can get.
Yeah, of
and
course.
you learn a lot about what you tolerate, because it's not easy.
It's not easy. It's
Yeah.
not easy. It's like it's hard.
I wanted to ask you about, now you've been DJing since the 90s, and you're still doing it now. What has changed? What is the same? Is it easy to make money now, or was it easier to make money at that
As a
before?
DJ?
As a DJ, yeah.
No, it was easier then.
Was it easier then?
Yeah, like
Less competition?
less
or?
competition, and it was like I don't say it was like right now these days it's easy to, but you have to get up. You gotta build a much
Try and keep your onto the, there you go.
much bigger name for yourself.
I see.
Yeah, because it wasn't like that. But after a while, when the internet and it was laptop and everything like that,
Then
there was
everybody-
lots of people. Like everybody was a DJ.
Now they can just push enter on a
Yeah,
laptop and the music goes.
And it was like that. So it was like everybody was DJing, and the clubs start to get in these laptop DJs, like I call them, and it was like they do one night for 1,000 krona, and it took the price down and down.
Yes, now I'm a musician as well, songwriter, but I'm more of an analog type of person.
Yeah.
So the DJ world, I don't know too much about that. Has it evolved to something that is easier financially to get into? The equipment that you have to have, is it cheaper now?
Yeah.
Was it more expensive back in the day to get started in that?
Back in the days, you have to have like you had to have like 2 big bags with CDs.
Yeah.
But it was the equipment you needed was just that, and
Was
the
just that,
headset.
yeah.
Yeah, because the clubs had everything. But if you wanted to do a bit for yourself at home, of course you buy equipment. But it was.
Now, what kind of gigs are you doing now? What kind of DJ gigs are you doing?
To be honest, I'm not doing so much DJing right now.
Okay.
It's been for the last maybe 2-3 years, it's been less and less and less.
But didn't you have something big this summer?
Yeah, I was
cool pictures of big crowds.
Yeah,
what was that all about?
I was in Poland. I was
Poland, yes. Yeah.
They have like this big 90s party there, and every time it's once a year, and I've been there. I got friend with this guy that who organized.
Me pouring my coffee.
organized all time. He's a friend of mine now.
Okay, so were you just there as a guest, or were you actually DJing?
Two time I was there, like I was DJing.
Okay.
And
how big was that crowd, man? Those
crazy.
pictures were
it's
wild.
Crazy. It was crazy. It was like 20,000, 10,000 people.
That's amazing.
It's crazy. It's like the
whole change how much can a DJ get paid for a gig like that?
It was like the experience itself. Just be there and do the set for 20 or 30 minutes. That's enough, actually.
That's enough.
Yeah, it's quite a. It was, but it was fun. But like I said, now it's been less, and it's almost. If they came up something like those kind of gigs, okay, I do that. But
okay, yeah.
Now, before we get too much into the Coming Home podcast, I want to throw in a quick little advertisement read for you. Now, I worked with a young lady by the name of Ellen. She's from LA Square Design. They are based out of Lafayette, Louisiana, and they did a fantastic job helping me out with my logo for the podcast and also for my music. Now, LA Square Design is a husband and wife team, as I said, based out of Lafayette, Louisiana, and they offer everything you need within graphic design, website consulting, marketing services. They're just fantastic. Distance is not an issue here. I'm here in Norway. Miss Ellen and LA Square Design, they're in Lafayette, Louisiana. We had no problems communicating. A couple exchanges through Dropbox, a couple of phone calls and email, and boom, she captured the design, the vision for the design that I had in my mind. She was able to capture it in reality, and boom, voila. Here's the logo for the Coming Home podcast and also for my music. Again, LA Square Design. If you want to contact them, if you need any help within graphic design, website building, and marketing services, get in touch with them at their website at www.la2design.com. That's www.la2design, DESIGN.com. Now, back to the Coming Home podcast with my guest, Babek Nemati.
Now, what about health and fitness? Now, I do powerlifting, as you know. Before that, I was a bodybuilder. What do you do to stay in shape? Can I ask how old you are?
I'm 42.
You're 42,
yeah.
and you're a fit guy. There's not a lot of 42-year-olds who are as lean and fit as you are. What do you do, man?
I've always been
yoga.
I do actually some of it, not so much sometimes, but I go to the gym. It's been like I don't know. It's been a thing when I'm in the gym. I need that 1 hour for myself. It's like meditation, and then I have to do it 4 or 5 times a week.
Okay.
And
you watch what you eat?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Everybody has a weakness. There you go.
Yeah. No, I maybe lately I'm getting better, but no, I've always been eating everything I want.
Now, you've been here in Norway longer than me, but I have to ask anyway. What do you think of Norwegian food?
Oh, it's crap, man.
I think it's bread,
bread.
And did you have bread today?
Bread today. Yeah, every day. It's crazy. It is no. It's not. And actually, it's thanks to us foreigners that they have actually got more like this kebab and stuff like that.
Snappy's Kebab.
Yeah,
there's a free advertisement for Snappy's.
Yeah, no, it's.
That's I don't know. I actually got very, very sick. It kind of built up slowly, but like a couple of years, 2.5 years after I'd come here, maybe in 2004, 2005, I just started getting this snowball effect of health problems.
Okay.
My skin got bad. I have asthma, and it got worse.
Okay. Wow.
My breathing got worse. My allergy problems skyrocketed. I was in a bad mood. I was tired all the time. Turns out I had slowly started eating like a Norwegian, more breads, more carbohydrates
Yeah.
than I'm used to. I used to eat, I guess people call it the paleo diet. I used to eat more like that, more high protein, high fat and low carbohydrates before. But when I came to Norway, I switched over slowly to these carbohydrates.
Yeah.
Good gosh, it just made me sick.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's looking at me like, why is that my problem, John?
But what is it right now? You
Well, now I told you before I'm fasting. I got all these breath mints and chewing gum because I get that keto breath when I fast. Right now, what I'm doing is I fast for 48 hours. No food for 48 hours.
Wow.
Just drink plenty of water, and then I have a refeed. And that refeed is low carb, high protein, high fat.
And how is that working? It's good.
It's working great. I
Wow.
feel fantastic. I've lost, what would that be in pounds? I've lost about 12 kilos in a month.
12 kilo in a month.
12 kilos in a month.
Wow.
Because, as you know, I've had a whole bunch of shoulder operations. I've had 8 shoulder operations the last 2 years. And during that time, I've continued with my training, but my eating, and I've been all depressed, so many operations, and it's just kind of put a damper on my whole life. So my eating and discipline when it comes to eating has just been out the window. So I just started going up in weight, creeping up in weight. Oh,
Okay.
he's
No, it's okay.
losing his headphones there. So so that's what I'm doing now to to get my weight back in shape. And 12 kilos. That's what
12
25 pounds in a month.
Wow.
Yeah. So
But how is it going with your energy and stuff? Do you need
my
to eat?
energy is through the roof. Now I've fasted before, and just kind of fallen off the wagon because all these operations that have been getting annoying. Gosh, I've been telling you to talk into the mic, and I need to talk into the mic. So my body is used to fasting, but now in this round of fasting that I've been doing the last month or so, the first 48-hour fast was horrible. I was hungry. I was irritated.
Yeah.
But since then, I fell right back into the routine. It's no problem. I have no problem not
that's
eating
good.
for 48 hours. People will think that's crazy. People will think I'm starving myself. I don't use that word starving. I'm fasting. And as long as you have body fat, you have nutrition.
Yeah. But
know?
but I have heard the people do it before. Like,
Yeah.
like I have a friend of mine, and he was like fasting and stuff like that, and he was like, I'll have so much more energy, and
Yes.
I was like, what?
But
How is that
I
possible?
think that a fasting lifestyle, I believe, is the type of lifestyle that humans are supposed to have.
Okay.
Think back 10,000, 15,000 years ago. We did not sit down to dinner at
No.
6 o'clock in the evening every
No,
day. We
no.
just didn't do that.
No.
It was kind of hit or miss whether or not you had food
Yeah.
to eat. I can't imagine that going without any large amounts of food for a couple, 3 days was unnatural at that time. I believe that is the way people lived.
Okay. Yeah, but
I think.
when you put it that way, I was
Think
thinking.
about it, yeah.
I was thinking. Okay, maybe that's the way I'm living, because I'm not like that. I have to eat at this time and this time. I have no routine. It's like, okay, when I'm hungry, I eat.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I think if you get used to it, if you get used to fasting, you'll see that, you'll eat when you get hungry. I won't be hungry for another, right now I have roughly 18 hours to go on the
Yeah.
current 48-hour fast.
Wow.
And the only downside of it is you get that ketone breath.
Yeah.
You start burning fat and you burn ketones and you get that breath. So my wife keeps her distance. You see, she's in the Canary Islands.
She's in Korea. Yeah,
couldn't take the smell anymore.
Okay, I'll be back when you're finished fasting. Wow. How long you been? You married or?
Yeah, we're married.
You married? How
We're
long
married,
you been
yeah.
married?
We got married the 27th of April 2001.
Wow.
We've actually had 2 weddings. The first wedding was here in Norway. We were living in America at the time. She had moved to the States with me, but we came back here and we rented this old farm up by Lillehammer. I
Okay.
can't remember the name of it. It's an old farm, like 600 years old. owned roughly for the most part by the same family. So we rented this farm. We had our wedding in these beautiful old Norwegian farm buildings, and that was so that her family and friends up here could be here for our wedding. And then we got married, went back to the States, and then on the 28th of September, 2001, we got married again with a ceremony in the States.
That's nice.
The minister from the church that I grew up in, he was the minister who did the wedding ceremony. My mother was here. Her parents and her brother and his family came there to meet my family and everything. We had a bunch of my family and friends there. It was beautiful. Two beautiful weddings. I'm not such a macho guy that I can't admit that was a good experience.
But how long you known each other?
That is a very interesting story. We met each other. I say it was around 1997. She says it was 98 or 99, but I think it was in 1997 when we met each other. Now, my wife is good friends with a Norwegian lady who's named. Is that thing falling off over there? Is it falling? Yeah. I did the best I could setting up this podcast.
You did great, man.
Thanks, man. I see already, though, there's a few things I want to change. I'm just going to have to build onto this desk so I can get these microphone stands on a little bit more solid. But no, I was saying my wife is good friends with a Norwegian lady named Hege Nielsen. Hi, Hege. And my wife and I actually fight about who is the best friend with Hege. Now, my wife has known Hege since she was a young girl, maybe 12, 13, is when she met Hege. And I've known Hege since Hege moved to the Chicago area in 1996, I believe it was.
Okay.
And I was still friends with her husband, Ed Cohen. He is like the Michael Jordan of powerlifting, for those who don't know. And I was lucky enough to know him and train with him while I was living in the Chicago area. So Hege came to Chicago to be with Ed, and I met Hege the first day she was there, and we just hit it off. Hege should actually be a stand-up comedian. If she decided to do stand-up, I think I would quit.
That's good.
That's how funny she. Nobody makes me laugh as much as she does. So hi, Hege. So anyway, when Hege came there, she started talking right away about her friend. Hey, you have to meet my friend Anna Elizabeth. You have to meet her. She's just a fantastic one. And I wasn't interested at the time. I was actually with someone else at that time. But then maybe a few months later, after Hege came, my wife, who at the time I didn't know, came to visit Hege, and we met then. Nothing really happened. It was like, hello, how are you? Nice to meet you, goodbye. And my wife came back again in 1998, and it was the same thing. Hi, how are you? Then she came again in 2000, and then I was... I had cut off an old relationship that wasn't going so well, and I met her, and the timing was right. That's when things started. We started dating.
I see a smile on your face when you just talk about it. It's a big smile.
I love the woman. She literally changed my life. Literally.
Wow.
So hats off to that picture right there. That's
her.
That's her.
Wow.
Yeah, that's her. That painting right there.
Nice painting, beautiful.
So we met through Hege, and after a little back and forth and a period of dating, we ended up getting married in 2001.
Wow.
And then I moved here in 2002. So we had about 18 months, almost 2 years, living together in the States before I came here.
It's crazy how life goes. It's like that.
It's crazy.
And now we're sitting here. And
think about that.
It's crazy.
Now, I think about that all the time, and I am blessed that I talked a little bit about the small things that I have to complain about. It's not easy being a foreigner here. I don't think it's easy for a foreigner in any land.
No.
But all in all, I'm extremely blessed. As you say, I'm sitting here doing this.
But you're happy. And that's the. That's the thing about majority people, because you choose your own happiness.
Sure, absolutely. And I think everybody needs to, from time to time, just stop for a minute. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop with all the ugly comments on Facebook. Stop watching the news and getting depressed and angry, and think, where are you in life?
Where are you?
You're here. At least you're alive.
Because you can choose, because. It's a overthinking. People are always overthinking about. Like
Don't put so much thought into the happiness. Just accept it.
Accept
and do
it.
what you can to expand on it and share it with others.
It's a choice.
That sounds corny, but I truly believe that.
I believe that too.
I truly believe that.
I've been living. It's very hard. You have to train. It's like it's a training. It's like,
It is.
I always wanted to, and it's like when you want to get a big muscle, you have to train it every day.
Exactly.
You have to
Exactly.
train it to get. And the mind works the same way. Like I see people. Okay, they see maybe a quote on internet, or and they are totally agree, but
Yeah.
they don't do
Do
it
they live
themselves.
it? Yeah.
They don't live it themselves.
Exactly.
It's so few people that does it, because most people they are agree, but it's because when they see it, they are agree.
Yeah.
And they was like,
Yeah.
but the day after, it's forgotten. And maybe not the day after, maybe 2 hours later or 1 hour later, it's forgotten.
You know,
But-
and that's a good thought to share with people. You know, put some I don't know, put some feelings behind
You
the
have-
memes that you post on
Yeah,
Facebook.
but you have to train it.
Yes.
I was like I've been actually doing this being happy, being present things, and I've been actually now doing it, train my mind to it.
So you do
for
this as a conscious effort
every
to train
day.
yourself on it. That's awesome.
I've been doing it every day. It's like you have to. So much I go to the gym every day
Yeah.
to build my body, and the mind is the same. Every day I put on 10 minutes just
There you
to
go.
just go through it. It's like
And don't we deserve at least 10 minutes to go inside our own selves
it's-
and try to make ourselves better?
it's
10
yeah,
minutes.
of course, 10 minutes. It's like you have 10 minutes for yourself, and you can like when in the morning, every morning now I've been doing it for the past year now. It's like when I wake up, the first thing I do is like I take 10 minutes and I just prepare myself
Yeah.
for every shit that could happen today.
Yep.
When you are prepared for it, anything can happen. Nothing can bother you.
Absolutely. Well, preparation is
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. And then I go through things that I'm blessed with. I'm
Yeah.
grateful for my family, everything. And then you are prepared for the day.
These thoughts that you're giving, I think that can apply to anybody, regardless of where they are in life, regardless of where they're from, regardless of whatever religion they follow. Can I ask you, are you a religious man? Do you have faith?
No, I'm not really.
No.
I'm like what I say, because I think like okay. I think about it actually a lot.
Okay.
I've been like.
You waiting for that lightning
No,
bolt
no,
to
no,
come
no.
out of the
I
sky?
believe there is something bigger.
Yeah.
I believe I believe that we are all something of the much more bigger picture.
Uh-huh.
Like, but I'm like okay. A guy come to me and talk to me about religion, and he's like, okay, after that you will go to heaven, and you will go, or you go to hell or something. And I was like, you are a human like I am. You've never been there. So how do you know?
So how does he know?
Yeah, it's
exactly.
like he come to me and he said, okay, oh, you have to go eat on that restaurant. It's very good. Have you been there? No, I haven't been there. So why?
Do you think there's a difference between religion and spirituality? Because the things that you've been saying and the things that we're agreeing on, they sound very spiritual. And what is spirituality? I don't know. That's the belief in that, as you say, that something out there is bigger and better than us.
Yeah, but
That's spirituality, isn't it? Not really. It's not religion.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is, but I respect everybody's opinion. I respect every religion.
And isn't that what's most important?
Yeah, like I said, it's not like I have something against God or something
No,
like that. It's I believe in that. It's the fan club that's going crazy. Actually,
Fan club.
yeah,
It's not God. It's the fan club.
it's just fan club going crazy. Actually, but
It's kind of like Bernie Sanders followers. Everybody likes Bernie Sanders, but I was reading some stuff on the internet that it's not Bernie that they don't like; it's his crazy followers
yeah, it
who,
is
who hate on
exactly.
everybody else.
I respect that, but just don't come and push it over to me,
Right,
because I
right.
respect your opinion.
Right.
Just live your life. I believe mine. I respect your. That's because, like I said, if you think about it, if you go deeply in it, for example, from the beginning, everything started. It was like everything start. It was nothing. Everything start with something. Somebody saw something happen. Okay, let's make a religion out of it.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
everybody followed that guy. It's like
Yeah.
it's more like a tradition people are following because many people have been doing it for many years.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of course, up through the years, up through the centuries, there's been all kinds of man-made religions, but they fall.
Yeah, but
they fall away. People see
away.
the falseness.
Yeah,
in
and that's the thing. And when we are born, we be like we was teach how to live, what to believe, what to and I see that because okay, I was in Iran and I saw what they was teaching me how I was.
You saw at that extreme.
Yeah, and then I move here and they doing it. They're putting thing in my head that is totally different from that. And I see okay, it's you have to find the belief yourself.
Yeah.
If you want to go after what people are teaching you, people are from the beginning, from your birth, because even my parents, because they had a different mindset, maybe at something, because they didn't knew anything else. They was to teach those things to those children, their children.
Exactly.
And then when they came here, and after that, okay, they got more open-minded, you know.
Yeah.
And that's I think that's the thing with everything. That's why I don't let things go so deeply into me actually.
No.
Because I don't let people. I don't get insult easily. I don't care because if you want to me to let you to insult you, I have to first put the effort on your opinion. You know.
Yeah.
So,
Well, like I said earlier, that's just a fantastic quality to have. I would imagine that you have less stress than the average person because, as we said before, so many people are just totally preoccupied with what the other guy is thinking.
yeah, it is. It's like
Judgment,
everything they live in their head. The best way, I've been, like I said, I've been training, but I'm not totally there. But I come from the best way is to be present, to just be
in
present.
the now.
Because
Yeah.
if you're in the now, you don't have any problems actually.
That's
You don't have because, like I said, I have lots of problems in my life now.
we all do. Yeah.
Yeah, I have crazy. If I told all my problems, it's like
That's another podcast. Huh?
Yeah, I've been through lots of hardship, and I'm struggling. I'm doing it right now too, but I don't let that bother my happiness, because
So you manage to separate the two.
Yeah,
and
because
you do that by living in the now.
yeah, because I've been through hard times many times, hardship before, and when you're going through hard thing, when you go inside your head, and it's like, oh, I'm not gonna make through this, but I'm still here. Yeah, you're gonna come through it anyway.
Yeah.
So why don't use the time that's your life to be happy?
Right.
And then because
It is a choice.
It's a
when
choice.
it boils down to it, it may not be an easy choice, but it is a choice.
it's not easy. It's a choice because when you live in your head, you're dead, like Tony Robbins said.
Yeah. You follow him?
Yeah, I follow him. Like I said, I'm very into these things too.
I should check him out a little more
Yeah.
often. Every once in a while, I see a video or something that pops up on
Fine.
YouTube or Facebook.
I'm like,
And everything I've heard him say is like, yeah, I could use that.
just follow your heart. That's the best thing you can do, because most people they when they come to difficulty in life, when they come in something, or it's a relationship, it's a career, or anything, they listen to the brain.
Yeah.
But your brain is stupid, you know.
Your
Because
brain is stupid.
yeah, follow the heart is actually the heart is the first thing actually start beating in your body.
I like that. That should be a meme on Facebook. The brain is stupid.
Yeah,
But it is really. I mean, it's really nothing until you
it
put
is,
something
because
in
your
it. So
heart-
what
your
are you going
heart-
to allow to put? What are you going to allow to get into your brain?
Your heart,
So-
actually, the research they have showed the heart have actually 60 times more energy
Yes.
pumping
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Then the heart is create the brain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the heart will take you places you've never been before, but the brain is
There
there
you
to
go.
stop you do all that.
Now you said you're not religious, but you sound like a Zen master.
No, but I'm really into these things because it is. I've been through it, and I've been tried myself, and it's like I remember when I was starting to go into these things, I was on a treadmill,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try this, and you know when you're on a treadmill, you have like a goal. Okay, I'm gonna run for 30 minutes as fast as I can.
Yeah.
And I was doing that, and when I start to go through this thing, and I said, okay, I want to do from 30 minutes. I've been doing it 30 minutes for a while now. I'm going to put it on 1 hour hard. And when you come near 20 minutes, 25 minutes, your brain, so many hours left. I can't do it.
Yeah.
And I said, fuck the brain. I'm going to listen to my heart. And my heart is, you can't go. You can't. It's
There you
crazy.
go. It's a mental, I almost said mental tillstand. That's Norwegian for mental condition. It's a mental thing. It's a mental exercise.
Yeah.
And you put your thoughts on the path that you choose.
Yeah.
And where does that choice come from? That comes from the heart.
It comes from the heart.
Can you send me that water, please?
Yeah.
Just push it a little bit. I got stiff arms from these bad powerlifting shoulders. Do you have any? I'm sure you have a hero in the stand-up comedy community. Do you need to twist that?
No, it's okay.
Is it okay? Do you have any heroes in the stand-up world?
In stand-up world? Yeah, I've been I've been a huge fan of Chris Rock.
Chris Rock.
Yeah. And I think Kevin Hart is amazing.
Yeah,
It's pretty good. Yeah, I like that.
So you look more to the modern comics. You don't go back to like George
Yeah,
Carlin, Richard Pryor, those types.
Richard Pryor was amazing. Yeah, Eddie
That's
Murphy,
my all-time.
and
Yeah.
it was great.
I don't think there's a single black person in their 40s or 50s from the United States who did not sneak and listen to their parents' Richard Pryor records when they were kids.
Yeah.
My mother had three of his LP, his albums,
Yeah,
of his
yeah.
stand routines, and I can remember being like maybe 6 or 7 years old.
Yeah.
And my mother would be at work, and me and my brother and sister would put on those records and just.
No, but the thing about the thing about stand-up, like when you listen to those guys, the things they are saying, they are the truth. It's the truth.
Yeah,
It's the truth.
Yeah.
And that's so crazy with people because people they recognize themselves.
Sure,
It's like
absolutely.
yeah.
When you go on your routine, I'm not going to give up your routine,
No, it's
but
okay.
when you go into your routine and you're talking about your father,
Yeah.
that is so relatable. If you guys want to know what that is, just check out Babek the next time he's on stage.
Oh, my father.
You obviously look up to your father.
Yeah,
I can
it's
hear
my
the
hero.
love in the humor.
Yeah.
It's reality.
It's
You're
reality.
really talking about what your father has
Yeah.
said and done, and we can feel that.
Yeah, it's like he's been my hero. He's like he's and the thing he does is like it's so natural and it's like you don't mean anything by it, but it's funny and
Now is he funny? Does he have a certain amount of
Yeah, he's
humor that
very-
you have inherited from him? Or
the thing about him is he don't try to be funny, but it just make it funny. It's like
It's just him.
That's just him.
It's
That's
just
just
him.
like that's just him. And
Wow.
no, he's amazing.
Does he live here in the city?
No, yeah, he lives here. He's actually in summer times he's in Norway and then he lives in Turkey now.
Okay.
Yeah, because he got many years ago he got his he got this disease in his eyes that he lost his sight slowly.
Oh, it's too
Yeah,
bad.
it's been really hard, and I have had some very hard time to accept that. So it's like
Okay.
I don't want to accept it. It's like right now he's and we've been doing everything to do.
I
We
see,
have been to
yeah.
state, we have been to Bangkok for their different hospitals and stuff like
Okay.
that to try. But right now he's like he's only have 5% sights on one
Wow.
eye, only one
On
eye.
one eye.
Yeah, and that's nothing, you know. It's but he is so crazy because the thing is that I've seen what he's been through.
Okay.
It's like and still he's positive and he's like and I know inside it's killing him, but he
Yeah.
don't show it to us and that's
Wow.
and he's like
He sounds like a strong guy.
yeah, he's a strong guy.
In spite of what he's going through.
And that's why when I face difficulty in life, and I said, that's just the drop of in the water in the sea, you know,
There you
compared
go.
to him.
Carrying on your father's legacy.
Yeah, so it's like
Shout out to Mr. Nemati.
yeah, shout out, I love him that. So he's it's just he's he's always been a hard working man, helping other people, and he's like
What kind of work did he do?
he was like a carpenter.
Okay.
Yeah. And then it's like he do everything. He was a handyman. He always was working and stuff like that. And
those old guys, man. They know how to work.
Yeah, he was like he couldn't. And that's the hard. You never saw.
When's the last time you swung a hammer? I don't. But isn't it true that it seemed like those old guys were doing stuff like that every day, constantly?
Constantly, yeah. That's been one of the hard things, because he's like like always been active, and right now he can't do stuff like that, and that's sad to see.
Wow. Yeah, shout out to your father.
Yeah, so
family, man.
Family is for me it's very important. It's like I have lots of friends and people I know, but I have a very, very, very small circle. You know, they're just keeping that.
Yeah, I guess I have a small circle too, and I tell you, a big part of that circle that is missing is family, because they're all back in the States. It's just me here.
Yeah.
Of course, I have my wife and two beautiful children.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want to choke them, but they're all beautiful.
But it's like that.
Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be, I guess.
Yeah,
They're keeping me on my toes.
Myself.
I'm supposed to be teaching them, but I guess they're teaching me. But that circle, man, it's tight.
Time flies so fast, you know. It's like and there are so much important things that you can do. You'll be blessed if you think about it. Like everybody's like after I see what my father went through, it's like each morning when I wake up, I'm just grateful that I can see.
Yeah.
Most people we take it for granted.
Yeah,
you know, just
but here you are. You see someone so close to you going through that.
Yeah, it's like
it brings a certain amount of appreciation.
And my father taught me to appreciate your sight. You know.
Sure.
That's like I said, everybody, no matter what you go through, you have always think you can be grateful.
Sure.
Always.
Now, when it comes to family, who else is here in Norway? How many brothers and sisters?
I have two brothers.
And they're here in Norway?
Yeah, they're here in Norway.
I've met the one.
Yeah,
who works,
in Kiwi.
Yeah, I see him all the time.
And I have a sister, the youngest one.
And you're the oldest, right?
I'm the oldest,
okay,
yeah. I'm the oldest, and they are all married and stuff like that.
But here in Norway?
Yeah, they're here in Norway.
Okay, yeah. So that means you got some nephews, nieces, and all that.
Yeah, I have.
So you've got a real family unit here.
Yeah, I have a.
Gosh, I miss that.
It's family is everything, man. Family
Absolutely.
And I have two kids on my own. They are big now. They don't count kids. The oldest one is 21, and the youngest one is 17, and that's crazy.
One more year and you kick him out, or is he gonna stick around for a while?
I hope he stick around. It's been like I want to have them around. It's like we have such a, I don't know, we have such crazy relationship. Like we are like friends and the father and son at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, they know the boundaries. They know.
That's beautiful.
But and at the same time we are like friends.
Like
we can
closeness. Yeah.
So
beautiful.
That's beautiful. Yeah. I like
beautiful.
It.
Yeah.
So that's. So I hope you stick around. It's okay for me.
You don't want to announce to listeners all over the world that you're kicking him out when he's 18. Oh man! Wow, we've been talking for. This is like a Joe Rogan type of thing. Wow. We've been talking for an hour and 15 minutes.
Wow,
man.
we've been
hour and 15 minutes.
Wow, that's crazy.
Is that coffee all right there?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's good. It's good. You want more?
Yeah, let me get a touch there.
So
as this podcast, as I'm getting it off the ground here, there's a couple things I want to adjust that I see already that I want to do. This stupid table is driving me nuts. I'm going to build that out, but I'm also going to start filming.
All right.
You see that black bag right there?
Yeah.
There's this big fancy, I think it's a Canon camera. We've had it for a couple of years, and I am the worst worst person at reading instruction manuals. I cannot get that stupid camera to work. But you see it right there. I was going to have that set up and film this, but yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it
It's
is.
a poor man's version of a podcast here.
But it's very good. It's amazing.
Thank you.
I like it. Yeah, I'm comfortable.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
see what. No.
Not too hot, not too cold. This is good.
This is amazing. It's amazing. It's very good.
This is where I do all my music production.
Yeah.
I see some of my guitars there and whatnot. There's a little corner where I do the.
Isn't
the
it
vocals.
good to have a place that you can just get out from everybody else and
yeah.
do your own thing?
I like it, and God bless my wife who lets me do this stuff with no questions asked. In fact, quite often she'll say, "Hey, you haven't been very productive. Why don't you go in and see what you can get done?" So I get 100% support from her there. I don't like to use that term "man cave" because to me that is an exclusionary thing.
I know.
This is a place where I can go with the full consent and thumbs up from my wife, and doesn't cause any conflict.
It's like you enjoy your own company here.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of myself. So.
No. You know why? It's because you are a good company, and like I said, and there are lots of people, and I was I've been like single now for I don't know 3-4 years now.
Yeah.
It's been, and I say people come up to me and they go like, "Isn't that you get lonely?" It's like no, I enjoy my own company.
Yeah,
I
you know?
enjoy my own company
Yeah.
because I mean, if you don't enjoy your own company, then you are a bad company.
You're in trouble. Yeah, you're in trouble.
Then you are. But I enjoy, of course, I enjoy other people's company as well. But as much as I enjoy.
I'm a fairly social person. I know a lot of people, I guess, but I don't have a lot of close friends. So I'm fairly sociable, but I also need my space. And within all of that is the fact that I do enjoy my own company. I can sit here in this room and write music or play music for hours.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'll be just fine.
Yeah.
Ooh, excuse me. Did that burp come out on the microphone?
No.
So enjoying one's own company, good Lord, you're lost if you don't.
Yeah, you're lost if you don't, and that's the main reason that you end up in a bad relationship or bad environment with friends, everything.
Yeah.
Because you rush yourself getting to.
Yep.
Because that's crazy. That's so many people are doing it.
I could never see myself in a position where I'm trying to chase a friendship or chase any kind of a relationship. I don't know. I couldn't picture myself.
No,
you're fine being single. You said that, but I could not picture myself being, in quotes, out there.
No.
As a single man, it just seemed. Maybe I'm dating myself now. Maybe I'm making myself look old. But gosh, it looks crazy the way people. I don't know. How do you date these days? How do you?
It is crazy. It is like I said. I don't rush into it. But when you talk about the relationship, okay, let's go into it. It's like.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Roll up your sleeves.
Like I said, when you enjoy your own company, okay, you can do things for yourself. Like people, they when they are single and they get lonely and stuff like that. They don't. Okay, you can take out yourself to the date. You do think by yourself actually. Okay, because and when you don't care about what other people's opinion are, then you can go out and sit in the restaurant, eat the food and stuff like that. But you don't get into rush. But the true thing is that people today. There's a quote saying that we admire the people that will ignore us and ignore the people that admire us.
Yeah.
You understand that?
Yep, I do.
And with that said, it's like, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit how people are when it's come to dating and stuff like that right now. Let's say, okay, two people meet each other, and they have a good time. They was in the first date, and they have a good time, and they enjoy themselves, and after that, they go home to each other, and the day after, it's like people are sitting and thinking, okay, you sit there and you get a feeling you will want to call her or send her a message, but you don't, because it's like, okay, I don't want to be needy. I let her do it.
That
at the
little
same
game
time,
has to be played.
yeah, at the same time she's doing it herself. But the only person you are fooling is actually yourself.
Yeah, I agree.
Because if I feel like, okay, I want to send her a message or call her, I do that.
Yeah.
And the sad part is, okay, people are thinking, okay, if I be too much pushy, she goes away and stuff like that. But I don't. Okay, I do it. Okay, I do it one time. I do it 2 times. I do it 3 times. And if I get the feeling, okay, I'm scaring her away.
Yeah.
That's okay with me.
Yeah.
That's okay. Then it's finished, and I don't waste my time, because then I know that she's not got the same mindset that I'm looking for.
See, and that's going right back to your thing about being comfortable with yourself. You're not so much trying. You're not trying to impress her. You just want to date, and if she does, she does. If she doesn't, she doesn't. You're fine with that.
Then I go back to my. Then I stop her, because when there's a period at the end of the sentence, you can't change that to comma.
Another Babekism.
Yeah.
The book of Babek, chapter 1, verse 2.
Okay, it's finished. It's finished.
That's awesome.
Let's move on.
That's awesome. Oh man. Yeah. The book of Babek.
And but do things. If you feel like doing something, do it. And that's a sad thing, because I see it happens over and over and over.
I remember you said that to me once. I said I hadn't seen you for a while, and then I said something like, "Yeah, I was going to call you, invite you over," and you said you should just do it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what a simple but powerful thing to say. Yeah, I should have just done it. Why should I think about it? I should have just done
just do it.
Yeah.
And that's that. But if you feel do something, just do it, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
No matter. I just don't care about people say. Just do it. Just do it for yourself.
Here's one thing I almost forgot to ask about. You wrote a book.
What?
What was that book about? You wrote a book,
it's.
didn't you? I'm joking about the book of Babek, but you actually did write a book.
It's a crazy. It's a crazy.
Can you say something about that?
Yeah, I was maybe 7-8 years ago. It was like when I experience something, when I see something that I really get into me. It doesn't matter if it can be funny stuff, it can be some inspiration stuff. I was just, every time I saw that something like that, I wrote it down.
From social media?
From social media, or maybe thing I experienced, and stuff like that. And I like that one. That got into me. When they hit me, and I was like, I like that one. I wrote it down. And after a while, after 1 or 2 years, it was actually a book.
Many things you had written down that you actually...
Just think I was a...
So there was no plan from the outset that it should be a book. It just all of a sudden you saw, wow, this can be a book.
Yeah, and I was like, oh wow, this is... And I was right for 2-3 years. I was when I see something I like,
take that more in front of you.
Yeah,
there you go.
If I see I like it, then I just wrote it down.
Okay.
And start with that.
Yeah.
And then after a while, I said, well, maybe we can try that. And I've done that too.
Now, what year? Yeah, I've been there, done that. Now, so what year was that when that book came out? It wasn't that long ago, was it?
The first version, actually, it was 5 years ago. It was and then the
first version. You've had other versions.
Yeah, we had
disgustingly successful. Is
that
what I said?
No, it was. It's been good, but it's not success like that, I can tell you. But it was good. We had this version, and then I found a new publisher who liked it. They liked the book, and they said they want to do another version of it. Okay. And it was crazy.
This book is in Norwegian, of course.
Yeah, it's in Norwegian, and it was crazy because the new publisher, he was like, okay, the book is very good. I like it, but there are, because. Okay, I'm a foreigner and I just write things in my own language, you know. And there's lots of things we have to change here and stuff like that. So this publisher, they use like 10,000 kron on a true writer to fix my...
A ghostwriter.
Yeah, fix my stuff. And when it was finished and I was reading it, and I said, yeah, it's good, it's very good writing and stuff like that, but it's not me.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't want it. It's not
They
me.
kind of took the whole essence of it out in their
it's
translation.
yeah. And then
Okay.
I said, no, I don't want to do this. I want to do it in my own language. I don't care if I write it wrong or stuff like that, or
Yeah.
the grammatics,
Yeah.
but that's
yeah.
me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and he said, and the publisher was,
Interesting.
we have used like 5,000-10,000 krona to do this, and I said, no, I don't want to do this.
Who was the publisher?
It's a publisher called Prego Mobile.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a guy in Oslo, and he started for himself. Right now, he's got maybe 20 or 30.
Is this book still in print? Can people
Yeah,
still get
yeah,
it? Where,
yeah.
where can people get it?
Uh,
What's it called and where can they get it?
Pregomobile.no.
Pregomobile.no.
Yeah, the book
That
is
would be
Tryneboka.
Prego,
Prego, yeah.
Mobile
E.
.no.
Yeah.
Pregomobile. Pregomobile. I got to pronounce it for the Norwegians and for the Americans. Or not necessarily Americans. I hope other people are going to listen to this as well. When this comes up, it's going to be available. Just so you know, Babek, it's going to
Okay,
be
that's
available on YouTube, Spotify, Google. What's that called? Google Play.
Google Play, yeah.
Different places.
This
So
is the first time I've ever done a podcast.
And who got you in here?
You did,
What's
man.
my name?
John the man, Alan Reese.
No, I knew this was going to be fun. I'm so surprised we've been talking this long. It's been almost an hour and a half. I knew this was going to be fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Like we said, when I met you that first time, it just clicked right away. I knew this is a good guy. This is a guy I can be friends with.
No, it was same. I got the same vibe as well. I got the same vibe as well, and it's been fun.
If you like me, it's my mother's fault. She raised me. So
Yeah, man, I
it's
love
been
you,
fun.
man. Like I said, it's a brother.
Yeah, as a brother. When I say that, I mean it. I don't
mean
just
it
throw
too.
that word out there. I call you brother, your brother.
I mean, it's been great to get to know you, and I don't know. It was like from the first time I said hi to you, it was like
It just clicked,
It
yeah.
just clicked. Yeah.
Genuine people are few and far between, and you are very genuine. You just straight from the heart.
Thank you,
man.
man. Thank you.
Straight from the heart. Man, you should have been there last night at that show.
Oh, I should.
If I can brag just a little bit, that was probably the best set I've ever had.
I saw the picture, and it was.
Did you see that, man? People, it was packed.
Yeah,
That place was packed.
and this girl, her name is Trine. She's a good friend of mine, actually. I
Okay.
saw a snap with you from her from
Oh,
the
yeah.
snap. Yeah, and
Okay.
and I know.
on my picture or one that she
No, she was filming on a Snapchat with you and stuff. I saw that,
okay.
and I saw there was lots of people, and it was. I was thinking now John is happy. It's been a
man.
good set.
I tell you, it was a great set. I had a great time. It was just fantastic. So a shout out to Olsen på hjørnet.
Yes.
What's that called? Olsen on the corner in English.
Olsen in the corner.
Olsen på hjørnet. Fantastic venue, fantastic location, and the crowd was great.
It's so good to see you because, like I said, I remember the first time I met you. It was on a stand-up stage, and he was like, I always want to do this, and he just jumped into it. I want
jumped
to do
right
it,
into
and it's crazy.
Well, I don't know if I told you this, but how that happened that night, I don't know who it was, but there were two comics who canceled at the last minute.
Okay.
And Jon Jarde, the leader for the Drammen Comedy Club, had put a post on Facebook, just asking in general, is there anybody who could think to do an open mic, no experience needed? And I don't know what I was thinking, but as soon as I saw it, there was no thought. I just answered, I'll do it.
You followed your heart.
And I followed my heart. Babek, the book of Babek, chapter 1, verse 1.
You just did it.
And that is a literal instance of me following my gut instinct.
Yeah.
I sent him that message, said I'll do it, and this was like 2 or 3 days before that show was supposed to be.
I'm so glad you did it.
Didn't have any
You're sitting
material.
here, like, if you didn't do that, you wouldn't.
So I literally just jumped into it. It went all right.
It was very good, man. It was good. It was like when you told me I've never done it before. It's my first time. When I saw you, how calm and how good you were on the stage, I was, hey, he got it.
Man,
he got
thanks.
it.
Well, the calmness comes from performing. Now, it's been a long time since I was last on stage for any kind of music. But that's where the calmness comes from. I'm used to being on stage. I'm used to being the focus of a crowd. And if anything I said that day was funny, it's because I have a goal. Every day I'm going to make my kids and my wife laugh.
Yeah.
Because of something I say or do every day. So you could say I have a repertoire already, kind of just ready to try out on other people.
That's good.
Of course, since then now I've been writing real material, but that first time I just kind of picked up things that I joke about with my wife and kids.
Laughter is the best medicine.
Oh man, I love it.
It's
I
the
love
best.
it.
For me, comedy and laughter is therapy. Actually, it's like it's a therapy, and I love to do it. I love to make funny video clip.
Well,
I like to do crazy stuff, and it's a therapy.
Well, you have it's definitely therapy. You know, I can attest to that. You know, I lost my son, as you know. Lost my son a couple months ago, and yeah, thanks. And my inclination, my first feeling is stay home, get in bed, and throw the pillow over my head and just be there, and feel the sorrow from losing my son. And I did that for a couple weeks after he died, but very shortly after that, I think it was not even a month after that, I did a show before Christmas.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, you know,
I remember.
okay,
Yeah,
you remember that,
yeah.
And and since then I've been this last night was my second time after that show right before Christmas, and I'm finding out, and I really found that out last night, that laughter, as you say, is medicine. It is therapy. The adrenaline rush is just incredible. And how can I be sad when I'm doing that? When I'm laughing and seeing other people laugh, feeling the love and all that stuff. So I love it.
Yeah,
and thank you so much to Yonyada, the boss for the comedy club, for giving me the opportunities to get on stage. He's a good guy, and I love it.
Yeah, it's good. Laughter is very good, and okay, we all go through hard times in lives and stuff like that. Just like I said, it's like, okay, it's not like that, okay, you have always to be positive and stuff like that and be in the now, but there are times when you go through stuff, okay, go through it.
Yeah,
and
feel it. It's life.
It's life. It's life.
Yeah.
And move on, because that's life, like I said. It's...
You know, you know, with my oldest son dying, he was my oldest son.
Wow.
He died of a heroin overdose, and of course that hurts.
That hurts, yeah.
He didn't just die, but he died from a heroin overdose after a period of being addicted. So to
sit,
you know, and about a year before he died was when we had gotten our relationship back on track.
Wow.
And then after that, I found out that he had that problem. And it's just...
that must be hard.
You know, and it's very hard, but I guess up in all of that sorrow, and I'm not feeling the benefits of it yet, but eventually I will come out of this on the other side, and I'll have some new experiences, I'll have some new mental fortitude, strength, you know, from this experience. So I truly believe in trying to find the learning moment, the teaching moment in everything that happens in my life.
Everything.
So something as tragic as losing my son, it's going to give me, it already has given me, in a sense, something to learn from. You know, I have more love and more patience, and I use more time on my children who are alive. There's the benefit.
There's the benefit. You have to see that, because everything in life happens for a reason.
Absolutely.
Everything in life happens for a reason.
And
once you see the reason, of course it's hard at the time that it happens. You can see the reason because you're in sorrow. But after a while you will find it.
It will come.
It will come.
It will come.
I'm positive about that.
So hey man, when are we going to take our show on the road? Before I was operated on my shoulder the last time in May of
Yeah,
last year.
yeah.
And we had kind of talked about having like a little summer thing. This is right after, not too long after I opened for you for your 1 hour special.
Yeah.
We need to...
We need to do that. Like I said, we have to
Yeah.
just do it. We just find a date.
Nothing to
and-
talk about. Let's just do it.
Let's just,
you know.
then, let's just do it. We just
Find the right place.
right the place
Right
and-
place and
find a
and book
date.
it. Cross our fingers and hope that a couple people show up. So we don't
if
lose
they don't show up and we have fun, let's do it. we did it. So.
But listen, man. Let's wind this up. Where can people find you on social media? What's your call sign on Facebook, Twitter?
Babek, I'm on Facebook. It's Babek.
B-A-B-E-K.
Yeah, and if you read it backward, it is kebab.
It's
but
kebab.
It's easy to remember. You just type Babek.
That's Babek Nemati.
Babek Nemati, yeah.
B-A-B-E-K-N-E-M-A-T-I for you Americans.
Yeah.
Or English speakers out there. I strongly recommend your
Yeah.
Facebook page. I love your Facebook stories. They're funny.
And follow
Great
me on
videos.
And follow me on Snapchat too. It's Babek Nemati,
Yeah,
in
and-
one word.
Yeah, Babek Nemati in one word. That's
Yeah.
B-A-B-E-K-N-E-M-A-T-I. Babek Nemati. Babek Nemati, you are a brother and you are a bad son of a gun. I love you, man.
I love you too, man. It's been so great to get
I
to know
love
you,
it.
man.
Thanks. All right, goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, thank you. Bye.
Yes, I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Yes, I am, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. Lord, I'm coming home.